drinking water good, Ma. You're doing a good job drinking water. Oh, the light is turned on. Here. We'll start talking. Hi! Welcome to my tube. My tiny little tube. My name is Marge. I'm Hayok Empath, and I just like having these little talks on the way I feel about things. I called today's talk Sicko for all kinds of reasons. Sometimes I'll take Mom onto the interwebs with me, and I'll just sit next to her and I'll say like, Ma, this is what is going on out there. This is how people are acting, and I'll read headlines to her and she'll say things like, these are adult people. She says that a lot. Yeah, Ma, these are grown-ups. These are people that had, they're incarnate, and then they had their upbringing, and they got to choose to embrace what they learned when they were growing up, or see what they learned wasn't right for them, and they took their own course and their own path, and we're seeing a whole lot of outcome of people's bad sicko choices. I just saw one story about how the dipshit president, I say the dipshit president because I have no claim to any sort of political nothing. That is a reindeer game that I have no, it's not in my world. I gotta turn this down, and I don't know what I did with my phone. It's silly nonsense reindeer games, and the resources that they use to perpetuate that twisted nonsense infantile. I get an idea. I remember history class of what the country was supposed to be, and the fighting of this, for this and that, and we're in a lot of ways worse off than back then. I was telling a friend of mine today, I said the country's going through its Pluto return. It was important to me that I knew that we had to move 2 years ago. I said, okay, God, put us where we're supposed to be, because I can't do it, and he did. And he put us right here. He dropped us, drop pin ass, right there in Teos, New Mexico. And this place is a trip, man. This place is like so many timelines running into each other and crossing over, and it's just a real bizarre place. But it's also, not but, I hate that word. However, it's also a very divine place. There's a lot of witches and shit like that here. And you can't, see, and I don't like, that's another thing I don't like aligning myself. It's like, I like to make good food, I make medicine out of plants, stuff like that. I wouldn't appreciate it if people went around and called me a witch, because, see, people have you have one word, and then you have all these perceptions of what that word represents. And to a lot of people, you just say witch, and then it's like, okay, she's evil. And I no, I'm not. And I don't want any kind of connotation towards that. And I have been thwarting forward evidence, my whole time that I'm not an evil person, even though people project their freaking negative shit on me. Sometimes I do. When I Heyoka out. I was on my best behavior today, though. It's hot here in Taos, but I got off top. Thanks for being there and reminding me, Mom. So I was scrolling through and I saw how about the dipshit president. how he was nibbling on some little baby girl's shoulder. If that isn't the most inappropriate, I mean, he's just he's a filthy pig, man. That's why his son's a filthy pig. And, you know, and if you're really deep into what happened to his first wife, it's all terribly suspicious and suspect. But that's what, see, you got these spoiled brat little bitch boys and girls that they never had to work for anything in their life. And they're because of who they are and who their parents are, they're given entitlements. They just have a free pass in life. And free passes are over. Free pastime is over. And people are going to have to atone. And it would be best if they, you know, see, I had to learn a long time ago that how to make an amends to change my behavior. Those suck. Try telling somebody that you freaking loathe, that you can't stand, that you hate, maybe even, and telling them where you were wrong in the course of your encounter, and you don't want to act like that anymore. So what can I do to make it right? And then wait for can I do to make it right? See, that's the part where people drop the ball. They just say, I'm sorry. No, you're not. You're not sorry. People aren't. That's not how it's done. Changing behavior is how you really truly make the amends. Like I don't like when I do certain behavior, and I remember it. And I talk about behaviors that I don't like that I do, about my tantrums and my outbursts and my fits and shit like that. I talk about them here. And I'm going to turn off Bluetooth there. It's my accountability. It's how I stay accountable. You know, so if people, you know, if I lose a subscriber or something like that because somebody hears about how I acted like a fool, that's my retribution. That's what I get. Maybe don't act like that and things like that won't happen, but we'll see. So temperatures are rising. I love how God provides for us. We're staying pretty cool. I got that window unit. And then now the swamp cooler broke. See, I got so many units going, but if one dies, it messes with the flow that I got going in the house. And I'm just trying to, because I got old dogs, man, and heat is hard on old dogs. It sucks. And it's like if they're in these little pockets of cool, they're fine, but as soon as they step out and that's labor. Artie just starts panting. I'm like, just stay calm, buddy. You know, it'll start cooling down and you can walk around and stuff like that. But I got a fan blowing here. I got the wall unit here. I got 2 fans over there. The evaporative cooler and another fan blowing on the dogs. And well, the evaporative cooler, I bought one of these when we first moved here, and it lasted about a year. And then I had to go back down to Espanola and get another one. And it's lasted about a year, so, or from one season to the next, not, because I don't use it the whole time during the year, but we run it pretty hard. And then on Marketplace today, it was really cool. I bought some at Midtown. Alright. So this guy in Marketplace posted an ad. And he's selling... Let me see if I can find it. He had the link. He's selling 2 of these. And they're at Lowe's, they're $599, they're $600 for one of them. And I prefer that it's an outdoor rated because outdoor shit's more rugged. And you can put ice in the top, and then I hate how it's like that. So he's selling 2 of them. One of them for $220, and he said that he'll make a deal. I better make cookies tomorrow morning. He'll make a deal. he'll make a deal to sell them both, and that would be perfect because I could run one in here, which would take the replace of the one that broke, and then I could run one in the back room where Luna likes to sleep and be, because it gets too hot for her, because she's getting old. They're all I would appreciate it if you guys staggered your ascension to heaven, please. I'm just going to make that declaration right now. Stagger that shit. I can't even handle it. Oh my god. Good thing I'm making friends. It's a good thing I'm starting to make friends. So, a lot of weird stuff on the main stage, on the Earth stage, on the world stage. I had something positive. I had a lot of positive things happen. Every day, lots of positive things happen. Some stand out more than others. And that, I've been messaging with Robert Phoenix, the astrologer, and we're going to talk soon. We're going to see. You know, I've talked to other people before, and they just have been like, you know what? You're not my flavor. I appreciate what you do, and that's fine, but I don't really need to bring you into my world. And so I just said in the words of Eurasia, thanks for taking a chance on me. You know, I'll still, even if he doesn't, I'll still, because I'll send him pictures and stuff like that. He's been to Taos. He has a lot of fond memories. I've heard him talk about Taos. He's talked when he was here in the 90s, and it's kind of funny. I would be surprised if if he's the kind of, because there's people that I come across, and they're so family. I understand that. I just don't know if it's like, if I've passed them on the street, because I've had stuff like that happen. Like, I've passed people on the street, and then it's a trip. My life is just full of one miraculous thing after another. You know it? And the thumbnail that I have on the video today is of a storm. It was kind of funny. Well, it was not like haha, but Mom and I were like, we just did the talk together, and I was showing her the internet, because she gets chatty in the evening. She's I don't know what her placements are that are activating. She's getting real animated right before bed, and sometimes she wants to stay up later than I do. And last night we finished the talk, and I was showing her the phone, and I was like showing her face butt, and I'm like, okay, Mom, this is my friend, and this is my friend. And then the second one I said, this is my friend, I got a message from that friend. And I was like, well, that's interesting. And then I got a call from that friend. So I went over to the friend's house, and I got to do IT stuff. It was so cool. And other people really have a hard time with that stuff. And to me, it's just like, it's like a puzzle. It's all together. So I got to put together the home office and stuff like that. And it just, people could say whatever they want, you know, about people that have gone through a lot of hardships. But the bottom line is, if you do it right, you really learn how to live in service. And my freaking, you know, my weird kid attentiveness and just desire to do everything right, you know, my 14 years in recovery, you know, I got a toolbox full of a lot of really, really cool tools. And we're coming to a time that people are really going to need some spiritual triage, man. That's what I've been calling it, spiritual triage. You know, that, you know, would determine, okay, it always comes back to service work, but sometimes people got to gush their guts first, purge a lot of shit, and then, you know, rebuild. Hell, if I can do it, anybody can, right? Right? Right, Ma? If I can do it, learn how to not to be a little baby bitch tantrum thrower. Oh, I still am. I was. I won't tell that story. I'll keep that one under the wraps. But we're supposed to have heat. Weather's doing. See, the storm line on my way to. That's what I was starting. That's what I was building up to the story about. With on the way to the friend's house, there was a storm up in the mountains, and it looked like, see, I've never been to Angel Fire, but I know geography and how to read a map, and I've been up to Cuesta and other places like that, so I get distance and things like that. But so I would imagine it was up over Angel Fires where like the storm started, and there was just a shootout there not too long ago. See, I believe I have my own concepts and ideas about energy, and energy collects within each and every one of us. And when people are disgruntled and they're in a disarray, they got all kinds of static. Wherever these pockets and groups of people are on the ley lines, I'm close to the 35th parallel, 33rd, 34th, somewhere around there. Bounce around about. I'm plus or minus 2 from where I'm born, and the island of Crete, where I've also been. See, it's all about attraction and storylines and frequency. And the more you have these pockets of people, and you got like Los Angeles is on the 33rd parallel, you got all these cities all around the world on these parallels, you got all these people that are all stirred up and they don't know how to meditate and shit and degauze themselves and chill the fuck out. They don't know how to do that, so they just get spun up. I saw myself do it my whole entire life. Now when I do it, I watch myself do it. I'm like, what? Marge, you're gonna be 50 soon. You're gonna be 50 soon. You might wanna... I'm gonna have a party. I'm gonna invite the whole town. It'll be cool. So if anybody's within earshot of this, I'm gonna make an event on Facebook. I'm gonna invite people from Omaha. I'm gonna invite Paul and Jessica from Block 16. That'd be really cool if they came down and made rad food with my buddy. And I'm gonna invite people from California that I used to know if they want to see, because that's the thing is, I'm gonna invite Robert Phoenix. He can invite whoever he wants. Heck, he could even invite the Leo Cub if he wants. He could even come DJ at my party if he wants. I saw a movie one time called Big Fish, so I got big ideas about stuff. So I think it'll be fun. I think my dad might go. If my dad go and mom go, if they both go, that'll be the first time I've been in the same room with both of my parents in I don't know, 30, 40 years, 30, 35 years. We went out to dinner for high school graduation, but my brother wasn't there. So it's been, and if my brother goes, if all four of us are together at the same time, I don't think that's happened since I was like 8 or like 12. Like custody suits, where it was uncomfortable and awkward and my stomach hurt for days after. Because they never did any of the significant events in my life at the same time because they were too busy hating each other. It's wasteful. It was a kind of a trip. See, I know my whole life I paid attention to elders, to older people. And I see how they go crazy. I see how people like digress to like what they were when they were younger. Maybe not quite infancy, but like, like we all go back to like kindergarten personality type kind of thing. So you got the little boys that are always, taking their, their whole life, they're taking off their diaper and playing with their, male manness, their penis, and you know, and everybody's like, oh, that's so cute, ha 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 ha. And it's just like, I guess being appropriate is a fine line, and freedom is in discretion. Or when are they? When are when? So we're seeing that. Here comes a collective wave of bullshit. Here it comes. So anyway, I think that's about all I got. It's just more is being revealed. I see Jessie is on fire, Zaboter. I haven't watched really her talks much lately. I've tried to message her, but she's off to bigger and better things now. Well, I was on her radar for a little while. See, I'm one of those that it was like, yeah, I appreciate what you do, but I don't really need to know you, you know? But all right, that's cool. I got a cool quilt and blanket. Mom got an Afghan out of it too. So fond memories, nothing but fond memories. I ain't mad about it. My feelings aren't hurt or nothing. People get busy and have better shit to do. It's just everybody. Yay, INFJ. Yay, INFJ. Yay. How you doing, Ma? You getting tired? Huh? You want to watch TV stuff? Or you want to go to bed? See, it's amazing how much when you start like, I don't know, how much energy we get from the sun. I had a breakfast burrito that was pretty freaking banging today, though. It had these Moroccan potatoes, oh man. Huh. Interesting. Anyway, so that set with me. I like to start my day off with something pretty nourishing. But then I don't like it, especially when it's hot, I won't eat all day. Huh. Anyway, sorry, I'm distracted. So that's about all I got for now. Hope you have a rad day. Peace.